Yeah, my friend.
Is that right, Gissy?
I was having another one.
Hey, Todd, can you hear me? Where's Brian's up here? Well, we got a few minutes, not even 2 o'clock. I apologize. We'll wait a couple. In a few minutes, wait, sorry. Don't film the yes. Hi, nice to see you. Good afternoon. Oh, I recognized all of you guys yesterday. Hi, Jim Gissy. I didn't meet you yesterday. How you doing? How you doing, Ward? You later? Brian, what you want to say? I'm going to ask you a few questions. Hi, I met you a little earlier. Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Young lady, in the back, will you come up here and sit on the couch? Let's see, what is it? 2:02, Sunday, March 5th, 2017. It's my pleasure to be here. I'm extremely excited to be here. This is an extremely important day for you. Could be good, could be bad, but it's definitely going to be the most important day that you have in the next 5 years. I'll tell you a little about who I am first, because some of you obviously don't know me, and I don't know you or new, so I'll just take a little part of my presentation and introduce myself to you. And then we're going to talk about what's transpired since we made the changes and brought Kevin in it to take over sales the beginning of August. And then how good we were doing, and then how we did terrible in February, and then what we got to do to change it to end up the next 4, 5, 6 weeks. Very, very good, where we can get David Siegel to sign the contract to buy the land right next to Drafts and build you guys another building. That's basically what we're going to talk about. But you're clapping, but you need to wait, and he ain't signing it right now, okay? Based on what you did in February. Because I have to tell you, I've been selling timeshare a long time. And you guys on OPC tours closed 6% in February. I've never seen that bad of numbers in 33 years. I can hire monkeys and sell more than 6%. That's only 6 out of 100. I mean, no disrespect. I'm a salesman too. But that's horrible. Okay? Horrible. And that's why I'm here right now. Okay? I'm just calling it the truth. That's all I'm telling you, the truth. All right? I started with this company January the 3rd, 1984 as a salesman. I was 27 years old. I had one daughter. Now she's 35 years old. She's an attorney with Green School of Marketing. Then I had another daughter in March of '84, 3 months after I had started with David. We were selling out of a triple wide mobile home in the middle of an orange grove on a little lake. That was Westgate Vacation Villas. And now here you are, 33 years later, over 33 years later. I had a son that came 5 years after that. So I had 3 children who are all grown now. My son is 28, my middle daughter is 33, which she was born when I worked for David Siegel. And my other daughter's 35 years old. So I've been here all that time. Now I'm 60. Okay, so I'm a 27-year-old kid to 60-year-old man. And it's been a fantastic ride for me. It's been a wonderful opportunity because David Siegel started a business that allowed me to basically create my own destiny. And there's very few people that get that opportunity, the opportunity to create your own destiny. So when you do get the opportunity, seize it. Take advantage of it. Because, you know, there's like 7 billion people on the planet. And let me tell you something. The vast majority of them, 99.99%, never get no opportunity. They don't. They really just don't. You know, last week I was in Honduras. Well, actually, I was on a cruise, and one of the stops we were in Honduras. A couple of them were in Mexico, one in Belize, but we were in Honduras, and everywhere we stopped, I'd hire a driver. I wasn't into snorkeling and swimming or kayaking. I wanted to drive me around and teach me about the economy and what people make and, you know, real estate values. That's what interests me now at my age. So my wife and kids all run off, and I still did some time with them, but the interesting thing in Honduras, we were Roatan. Do you know what the average salary of somebody in Roatan is? The people that work, say, for example, cleaning the rooms, the McDonald's, or, you know, I didn't see a McDonald's, but, you know, the lower level jobs.
$60.
It's $200 a month, which is $50 a week. What'd you say, 60?
I said 200.
Yeah, 200 a month. The man got it right. Oh, what department are you in? Are you selling?
I'm just switching into sales.
Okay, well, you're going to sell today, because you're right. You got that right. But if you're selling, if you got a tour, you're going to sell. He's right. $200 a month. And guess what the office jobs pay? The office jobs. People have office jobs in Honduras. I'm Rosie. $400 a month. So the majority of the people in that country make between $200 and $400 a month. And I went out to a local restaurant and I ate. I said, well, we got a lot of food for $3, and I saw an oceanfront lot for $135,000 right on the damn reef. And I'm thinking, wow, oceanfront on a reef for $135,000. So then I thought, well, I don't live in Honduras, you know. So dollars go a long way down there. All right. I mean, it's so. But I was thinking about those people. They don't have no opportunity like we do. And no wonder. I would be wanting to get to America too. And guess what? I asked the man. I said, if you get old, do you have Social Security? Nope. If you get sick, do you got free medical? Nope. They don't have that kind of stuff down there. They don't get. If you're hungry, do you get food stamps? Nope. They don't have stuff like that in those countries. All right. I said, what happens if you don't work? He goes, you don't work, you don't eat. Okay. Well, let me tell you, you can fly from Orlando down there in 1 hour. It ain't that far. It took me 4 hours to get out here. Okay? So I'm just saying, around the globe, we in America are extremely lucky people. Okay? We don't go to bed hungry, and we don't go to bed cold or tired. I mean, we have basic everything. Everybody's got everything they need. But even Americans don't get opportunity like what David Siegel's provided for you and me. You and me. When I was 27 years old, I had dreams. I wanted to raise my children. I wanted to be college educated. I didn't want them to have any student debt. I wanted to be able to travel and offer my children things like that cost money. Piano lessons, flute lessons, summer camps, things that they can get educated. The best colleges, the best schools, tutor, whatever they needed. And David Siegel gave me the opportunity to generate the revenue to provide that. So I'm extremely thankful and extremely loyal. And I'm sure you are too, but sometimes we have to be, pull out and be aware of it. And so the question is, why am I here today? And why is this such an important meeting to you? The question is because what happens in the next 5 weeks is going to decide what happens here in the next 5 years. Okay? And I'm going to explain to you exactly what I mean by that. Well, you know that we opened this resort in the Olympics in 2002. Was anybody in this room here back in 2002? If you were, raise your hand. Oh, here? Yeah, when we opened up this resort in the 2002. Here's a couple deal here. Okay? 3, after 15 years. What was the ski week then? Does anybody remember what we sold the ski week for?
34.9.
29.9. 34.9 was the week 7s and the 52s and the 51s. But the basic standard ski week was 29.9 when we first opened up pre-construction. So guess what? I was talking to actually my son-in-law, Jared, and when they sell, I'm talking about 30 minutes ago I was talking to him. And we actually had 3 resales this week here in the last week. One was 32,000, one was 34,000, one was 38,000. And in all those cases, those people sold them. If they bought them back when they were 29 or 30, they got all their money back. That's just a resale. Okay, because we have the right to buy it, first. So imagine that if you sold somebody a ski week 15 years ago, we were brand new. I remember being here. It just seemed like not that long ago. And they had 15 ski vacations, okay? And they just got their money back. So they had a vacation for $1,000 maintenance fee in a resort like this. Do you have any idea what we're renting these units for and what people are paying rent out here? They're paying twice what they were 15 years ago. I can tell you that. Because I just asked my son-in-law, we're full, by the way, this weekend, but the average rental in the middle of the week, we were getting $9, $12 a night. And when they get a fewer rooms, they raise the rates, and sometimes they go how high, Brian?
Well, just one bedroom can go to $1,200, $1,500 a night.
When you get down to the price point. Now, do you all know Brian Waltrip, our general manager here of the property? Let's stand. This man works his ass off for y'all. Okay? He works his ass off to deliver what you guys sell. And I happened to be fortunate enough to have dinner with him and his mother-in-law last night at the Edge restaurant, and it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing, that restaurant. We sat in the back table. I had the best steak I've had in a year. The drink, the waiters, they had a wine people. I didn't drink the wine, but he was pouring it through something, explaining it all about the grapes and the history of grapes. It was amazing, and I was watching them. By the way, it was packed with rich people, spending big money, having a wonderful experience. And 90% of them don't even stay here. They were coming in cars and being dropped off and walking in there. And I asked Brian, where are these people coming from? He said, where'd you tell me they were coming from?
Waldorf, St. Regis, Montage.
They come up here and eat at this restaurant. And it's, let me tell you, look at the prices. It ain't cheap. You better have a big pocketbook to go in there, but you're going to get your money's worth. You got the 4-star restaurant right here at your resort. Okay? You have it here. And and I'm going to tell you something. Let me go back. Let me jump, because I have no itinerary exactly what I'm going to say. It's just going to come out of here and here. But let's go back to August, when I came out here and we put Kevin in charge. Okay, you guys were 23% down in volume over last year. You were dropping like a rock. Then you got to give new management, you got to give them a month or two to get their feet wet. September and October, you were 15% below last year. So you're actually improving, even though you were 15% behind September, because you were 23. But from October 1st to today, because I just ran them. Okay, well, I don't want to say today, because I don't want to put that February in there. From October 1st to the end of January, I came out here in September, and at the end of September, early October, and I remember spending a few days. Remember, I was here and I did a meeting with all you guys, and then I headed down to Arizona and went to Bryce Canyon and what's that other, Zion National Park, and had a wonderful vacation. But anyway, when I was here from October 1st to the end of January, you were 45% up in volume than you were last year. Y'all look like heroes. Y'all look like pretty badasses. Okay, hey, these guys are right. We got to believe in these people. So, Brian has been working with, who are the people you work with? Is it Vail or who?
TCFC.
Okay. He's been working with them, because when I left here in October, I went back and told David Siegel, we got to get them another building. They're going to be sold out inventory, and they're going to go through this year, but they have no week 7s, they have no week 51s, no week 52s. What kind of salesman can sell when you don't have no inventory? Shame on us, okay? So we got to get a new building. And he goes, well, you got to prove to me that these guys are the real deal, or otherwise we'll just stop right now. This is a big resort. It ain't like we're a small resort. We got to be the biggest resort out here. And this is fine. We'll just stop here, and as we expand, we'll go to other markets. There's people in our company saying, why build any more Park City? Let's go to Savannah, Georgia, Charleston, South Carolina, Texas, But why do anything here? Just leave it alone. Let you guys all go home. Call it a day. Have 3 or 4 in-house people. We don't need any contract processing. We can do it on the internet now through back to corporate. So we don't need to. We just have 2 or 3 people, check them in. We won't even sell them. We'll just rent them. You know why? We're starting to do the math, and we make more money renting them than letting you guys sell them. Okay? Because it costs too much to sell a business decision. Okay? So that's what I'm here for, because your future will be determined in the next 5 weeks, or at least your future with us here for the next 5 years. Because I got to get David to sign off on this building that Brian's been working on that you guys can sell, that is the best located piece of property in the whole damn canyons. Okay? Walk out the draft and walk a few miles over the draft and look down and tell me that's not the best view, and it's right on the whole friggin' square there. Or what do you call that out there?
Closet Village.
Huh? Right on the doggone village. So the single best piece of land. Now let me tell you what's happened since October. We went back, designed it. Kevin was talking to, Kevin and Brian were working together. We're back in Orlando with our CFO, with what the prices will be, what the cost. CFO signed off on it. Put no-brainer, meaning do it. In other words, what it's going to cost versus what y'all are selling, what we spend and what we make. No-brainer. Approved. Do it. So I said, good, we got it. I was thinking, we started to call you guys, hey, January, hey, guys, you got it. It's approved. And this is what we're waiting on. And I love Brian. You need about 5 more weeks for what?
To finish the design.
So they got to finish the design. Who approves it? Is it Vail approved?
It's Vail and TCFC.
Okay. So we need 5 more weeks for our architects to finish the design. And then they got to approve the design, but we know they approve the design because it was going to tie it right into the same. And then David signs the contract, and then we're done. And then we go through the process. It was all set up. And all of a sudden, first week of February comes. You're up 45% from August 1st to January 31st. First week of February. I go in office on Monday because, we run our numbers for Monday. So, and I got my ass beat. David goes, damn, Park City sucked last week. What happened out there? I'm like, I don't know. Let me call Kevin. Let me find out. I don't know. That's rare. I don't know. Thinking it was just a fluke, like maybe a bad week. You did it again. The second week. Third week, did it again. Fourth week, I walked in there like, what the hell's going on out there? You weren't selling. On your OPC tours, you closed 6%. February. Let me tell you something. 6%? Forget it. Fire all of these, fire all marketing locations. We're not going to sit here and lose money when we can rent the doggone things out for $1,000 a night or more. All right. So I mean, just do the math. You wouldn't do the same thing. All right. You know, and it's disrespect to David Siegel. He pays about $400 or $500 for you to talk to a customer. Okay. There's a couple marketing people. I think Todd had to step out. But this young lady works in marketing. This young lady works in marketing. Jack works in marketing. There's a gentleman there in marketing. They get paid. Okay. But if we don't sell their tours, none of us are going to get paid. All right? So you were all, the reason why I wanted to bring some marketing people in here together, because we're all the same. Marketing sales is just like your heart and lungs. One can't live without the other. If you don't have a good marketing, you don't have good sales. If you have good marketing, you don't sell them because you don't do your job selling, you ain't going to have marketing. You need each other. You need each other to make it work. Okay? It's just that simple. So I want everybody to know what's going on. That we got 5 more weeks of this season. We're probably pretty lucky because Kevin says it's the best snow he's seen in 20 years. He's a local. He knows. Okay? The lift shut down, what, April 15th? So you're going to be skiing and you're going to be getting people up to April 15th. So you really got, maybe you got 5 more weeks, maybe 6. I wouldn't even be surprised if you get a big storm, they might extend or something because you got so much snow. Okay, but you surely got 5. If I was, there's people in this room right now, that will stand here 5 weeks from now and have $50,000 in their pocket they don't have today. Do you know that? $50,000. 50. Why not? You can't make $10,000. All you got to write $500,000 worth of. I mean, maybe. Who is this your numbers up here? I didn't even see all this up here. What is this? Your year-to-date numbers?
Not accurate. All the way to the right.
Oh, is this year-to-date?
Yeah.
So Rick has 634,000 since January 1st. Rick, show me Rick. Where's Rick? All right. So I'm going to average 10% commission. Do you average 10%, Rick, or what do you make? Because some of them you get 11 or 12, some of you get 9.5. But
Right.
what would you say? What do you average, Rick, in your commission? 10?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That represents $63,000 in the first 60 days of the year. That's what that represents when he gets paid on that. That's $30,000 a month. That's $1,000 a day. I gotta tell you right now, if I was sitting in here and I didn't make it, I'd be thinking, let me find out what the hell Rick's doing. When Rick's not having a customer, I'm gonna be over there talking to him, saying, Rick, help me, brother, help me. Show me what you're doing. How are you treating the people? And if he's got a customer, watch him. Sit over here and watch him. See what he's doing. Learn from Rick. Okay? Who's this one here? Oh, well, they go all the way. Oh, so they're not in they're not in volume order, right? Here's 40,000. Where's Brett? 40,000. You're going to make $40,000 when you get paid on this $405,000 at 10%. That's $20,000 a month. I mean, here's $329. Here's $299. I mean, there's people in this room making money. And 177, 205, or $20,000 2 months. That's $10,000 a month. Okay? You better make that. You gotta bale hay you gotta bale the hay when the sun shines. You can't let it get rain, get bad. That's why, I mean, you got the customers here. You got the snow. You got a good economy. You think there's a bad economy? If you think there's a bad economy today, you're a friggin' idiot. You must live in a cave. Okay? When they have political contests, always bad. That's because they like to say it's bad. The economy's never been this good in my lifetime. And I know business, okay? I know a lot of bankers. Bankers have no bad loans on their books. You know why? Because they hadn't loaned money to anybody in the last 7 years. Unless they can show you that you can make the payment, you got to show them your tax return, you got to put a down payment, okay? These are historically low interest rates. Ward and I were talking about in the early 80s, the mortgage rate was 17%. You get a fucking, do my language, girl. You get a mortgage for 3% or 4%. Do the math. The payment's lower now. I mean, don't let that back. Stock market, 21,000. Do you know in March of 09, the stock market was 6,600. Yeah, March of 09, the economy was bad. March 2017, the economy, the stock market alone got probably $20 trillion it didn't have 7 years ago. It's in somebody's 401, in their in their account, in their investment account with J.P. Morgan or whoever. Stock markets had three. You probably heard Trump on Tuesday night in his speech to the Congress, or really to the nation. Stock market's gone up $3 trillion since he was elected. So there's $3 trillion. The stock market's 18,000, 21,000. There's $3 trillion in somebody's friggin' bank account that wasn't here 90 days ago. You can sell them a timeshare for what their stock market went up in just the last 30 or 60 days. I know because I went out and bought a boat on when I had a bank stock that went up $250,000. I was about to sell it before the election, and everything went up $250,000 since the election. I think this Trump might not be so bad. Okay, so I mean you can sell. I'm just saying you can sell. You know, sell them. Okay, now think about this. Let's talk about. I'm gonna lose train of thought because I got a good mind right. All right. So I want to introduce a little bit. I started before you got that part. We talked about your track record. We talked about you falling off the wagon in February, and we talked about you got 6 weeks after that to redeem yourself. Okay, and that's where we're at. Okay, but now let's look at the facts. We got the best snow in 20 years, the best economy in 20 years. Okay, yeah, we do. Let's just state the fact. All right? I never experienced a resort that I go to. Maybe I'm prejudiced. That I like better here. There's something about this thing. It feels right. Okay, I got up this morning and I walked around the resort. I went and have my breakfast at grass. Good breakfast. I had it yesterday. Good bacon and eggs and coffee. I read my paper. I was happy. I strolled around down the sales room. I strolled down to the workout room. Didn't work out. I went down. I said, no, I'll say put them on. Anyway, and there was people all working out in there. And there was a yoga room. I looked in the window. Then I started thinking, oh, they're going to think I'm spying. There was probably about 7 or 8 ladies in there, all doing yoga with their yoga mats, and they were all stretching and everything. And I'm like, this is awesome. I went into that indoor swimming pool, you know, where you have the steam room sauna, and I walked around, and I walked that indoor. I said, this is unbelievable, unbelievable. I had that experience last night at the Edge. I went in the spa. I walked in the spa and looked around, looked at the menu, walked back there, and I thought, we got one of the number one spas in the country, the number one restaurant, the Edge. Beautiful units that are completely remodeled. I even went in the older units that we sold 15 years ago, and they're all brand new now. When did we remodel this?
2 years ago.
Okay, they're all renewed. So the customer, now guess how much we charged that customer when we built them a brand new unit 2 years ago? How much did we charge them? We didn't charge them a damn penny. It was already paid for in their maintenance fee. When they bitch them all, I got to maintenance. That maintenance fee is a good thing. You know why? Because you will keep coming back here and getting a brand new unit. You ain't paying for it. You know, you got $1,000 a year, and you come back for 15 grand, 15 years later, you got a brand new unit. I mean, you're not doing the math, guys. There's not a better sale than selling a week of timeshare at Westgate to somebody that goes skiing to give them a value. When you let them walk out of here and not buy, you think, oh, I didn't sell. No, you screwed them. You didn't do it. You didn't service them. You didn't take care of them. What happens if somebody here 15 years ago, if they had let somebody walk out? And they went out and, you know what? Rooms didn't rent for $1,000 15 years ago. They were $300 a night back then, $200-300 a night, $400 15 years ago. So think about what they spent if they skied 1 week a year for 15 years, and if you didn't sell them 15 years ago, then you harmed them. You harmed them. You let them go out and spend 30 grand, 35,000, throw it in the damn trash can. And right now, if they'd have put it here, they would be vacationing for $1,000 a week. And if they didn't want to ski 1 year, go to Orlando and have 2 weeks. Go spend a week in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and a week in Orlando. Trade your week for 2. So now your maintenance is only $500 a week. And they're spending, I mean, come on. You got to look at it over the long term. You don't look at it for 1 year or 2 years. You look at it over 20 years, 10, 20, 30 years. This is real estate. And where's a better place to buy real estate than Park City? Park City, Utah. And then of all places in Park City, where's a better place than the canyons? Okay, yeah, I know I can sell them here, up and down through town. And that's convenience to me. And that's important. Oh yeah, back in the old days, 15 years ago, we just had the canyons. Now it's all hooked up, all to Park City and everything. So I'm like, everything's way better now than it was ever before. And you guys closed 6% February. Will you at least tell me that ain't going to happen in March? You know why it happened? I'm going to tell you why it happened. tell you exactly what happened. Because you didn't do your damn job. You shortcutted your tours. You thought, oh, well, these people aren't going to buy, so I'm going to just spin them and get me another one. Because I want one of those big fat ski weeks, or I want a $150,000 sale. Somebody got a $150,000 sale this week, didn't they? Well, who got that? Who got a $150,000 sale recently?
Ethan 128.
What'd you get, Ethan?
I got 128.
128, and when was that?
On the 1st.
Okay, March 1st.
Yeah.
Okay, March 1st, he got a $128,000 sale. That's $13,000 commission. That's a pretty good month on one sale. That's opportunity. Do the people in Honduras have that kind of opportunity? No, that's the point I'm trying to say. Don't squander this opportunity. Don't let this thing go through your hands. Don't let it go through your hands, because you don't want to get old and have no money and starve to death and say, I should have worked a little harder back when I was younger and had the opportunity. Because I'm going to tell you something about money. Money is good. Money can do a lot of good things. You can buy your family things. You can buy your mama a vacation. You can buy your children something. You can buy yourself something. You know, if you get sick, you can take a few weeks off if you need be. Money is a good thing. Money is a medium of exchange. It's how human beings transfer goods and services. I mean, think about it. If you didn't have money, a farmer might be bringing in and saying, oh, I'm going to trade these watermelons for some chickens. I mean, money is what we use as a medium of exchange, you know, where we do it. It's a wonderful thing. And you have an opportunity to take a customer on vacation, give them a presentation, and let them buy a piece of real estate. You tell me all Americans don't want to buy a piece of real estate. And then if they're going to ski anyway, and they're going to spend these kind of rates, and they can take the same money they're going to spend in renting and own something, I mean, how the hell can you not sell it? I didn't even plan on writing anything, but if you take $900 a night, and they go a lot higher than that, but in times 7, that's $6,300 to rent one in a week. You do that 10 years, it's $63,000. Well, shit, they can own a damn timeshare for what they throwing away in rent in that little bit of time, and you can't sell them a week? Can't sell them a half week? Then you're weak. And I know you're not weak. I know exactly what happened to you. Same thing happened to me over time. We all have stumbles. But I observed yesterday, and I'm going to quit picking on you, but I got to say a few things that I noticed. Because to me, you're my family. And I'm going to talk to you the same way I talk to my own wife and kids. The place yesterday looked like a damn pig pen. Some of you guys got up, went on tour, and left your cups all out, popcorn everywhere, brownies on the floor. And if I was bringing my customer in, and they saw how some of these messy tables were, my thought would be, well, hell, if they can't keep the sales room no cleaner than that, I sure don't buy them because they keep my room that dirty. Keep a clean room. When you go to do your tour, put your tables up. If you got some cups and stuff, set them in the trash. You can leave your books on the table. That's your table. Okay, we got enough room here for that. But leave it in cleanliness way. Don't leave it like I saw on the tables yesterday. I know another thing. I'm not going to say no names. A particular salesman yesterday went and did a property tour. They were back here in 10, 12, actually 11 and a half minutes. I wasn't just sitting out there all day talking to people. I was watching when your ass was going on that property tour and when you were getting back. But I know 11 and a half minutes you didn't give a property tour. Not going to say who you were, but I know you didn't sell them. So I already know exactly what happened. Somewhere in that front end, they sold you that they weren't buying nothing. They weren't buying nothing. That's what they did. So you figure, what the hell? I'm not going to give it all. I'm going to get back and just run through the spin through the motion, and hopefully I'll get another tour later today. Okay? I know. We have to. It happens. It happens, but it's wrong. It's 100% wrong, because that's not the way you sell timeshare. This is the way you sell it. You have, and it's disrespectful for David Seeger. I mean, he paid $500 for that customer, and you spent him in a property tour in 11 and a half minutes. Explain that to me, okay? Now, I ain't saying you would have sold them if you did a 30-minute property tour, but you would have had a better chance of selling them if you'd have took them to the Ed, or took them to the preview center, or took them and showed them those swimming pools, and showed them all the amenities that we have here. You know, the game. By God, you got basketball courts, you got tennis courts, you got game rooms, you got indoor pools, outdoor pools, you got every kind of restaurant, bars, you got spas, you got everything, and you simply walk right over there and get on the doggone ski lift. I mean, it's fact. I'm speaking the truth, and y'all know I'm speaking the truth. So if you bring me a customer, David Siegel spends $500 for that customer. I'm asking you, or telling you, or begging you, give it a full presentation. Do you expect these people are going to come in here and just buy something for $10,000 or $20,000 or $30,000 or $128,000 if you don't earn the damn sale? People don't do that. You got to earn the sale. So this is what I asked you. For the next 5 weeks, give it everything you got. Why do I keep saying 5 weeks? Because if you do in March what you did in February, we are not buying that land, we are not building that building, and everybody's going home for 3 or 4 guys. Okay? That's what we're going to do. We have 28 resorts, and we'll take the money we were going to invest there and just simply go put it somewhere else, whether that be Savannah or Charleston or Texas or whatever. That's all. That's what's going to happen. Okay? The money's sitting back there in David Siegel's bank account. I've never seen so much in that bank account. I've been with him 33 years. He wants to spend it. Give him a reason. Give him a reason to spend it. And how we have to do it, we have to take every customer and give them a full presentation. Earn your money. Earn your money. You have to earn the sale. Remember, greet them, welcome them, warm them up, get comfortable with them. Don't just get them and start selling them. Get them. Hey, where you guys from? People don't buy unless they like you. They have to like you. They have to trust you. If they don't like you and they trust you, they're not going to buy for you. Then you got to give them a reason to buy. Talk about we rent these things for $250 15 years ago, and now they're $1,000 and up. What's going to happen in the next 15 years? What's going to happen in the next 15 years? They're going to be $2,000 a night. What if you can't afford it? Well, maybe you're retired and you can't even afford it. Buy it now while you're working. You know, buy it now while you're working and vacation the rest of your life for free, or $1,000 a year. You know, your maintenance fee. You got to earn it. You got to put a little fear in it. If there's no need, remember, they got to trust you, but they got to have need. They got to need what you're selling. They don't need it. They're not going to buy it. Oh, you got a beautiful resort, nice house. I don't need it. You got to make them need it. They need it. Not only forces them to take a family vacation, it's going to be the economical best way for them to long-term vacation over a long period of time, owning instead of renting. Now, they like you. They need it. You show them the benefits. You give them the property tour. Show them the property. And then close them. Come back in here and show them the money. Show them the money. You're going to sell them one cheaper than what they're going to pay in rent. Work out what they're going to pay in rent. Show them. That's what you're doing. You're not going through every step of the sale. You got to do your warm-up. You got to create your problem, your need. You got to close. You got to give them the solution to the problem. The solution to the problem is buy it today. You don't give a shit what happens in 15 years with the prices. You don't care. And guess what? Maybe in 15 years you can't even buy anything. It's all bought up. There's too many people in the world, and they all want to come here. And you don't know what could happen to prices. You don't know. Lock it in. That way they know. So you got to create the need. Then you give them a solution to the problem, which is owning it. You do your property tour. You create that sizzle. You create urgency today, and you close the deal today. And it's going to be the best thing for them, the best thing for you, the best thing for all of your co-workers, and the best thing for David Siegel. And the best thing for America, because we create jobs, we build another building, we buy land, we pay property tax, we bring more people to fill the rooms, who buy ski lift tickets from Vail. Okay? It's just that simple. It's that freaking damn simple. Okay? It's the facts. And that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. So I ask you this. Give it everything you've got. And take it and don't prejudge, because I've seen people come in our resorts with no teeth and buy $80,000 cash. Okay? I've seen it. I've seen it so many times over the years. The ones coming in with all the gold and jewelry and mercy, you think they're going to buy, and they don't buy nothing. If somebody comes in, you don't think they got 2 nickels to rub together, and they got more money than you can shake a stick at. Okay? And I'll tell you what I did as a salesman. I gave every presentation to every customer, everything I had. And even when they didn't buy, I'd walk them up to the gift room. I'd walk them up to the gift room. Back then it was through an orange grove. And they would even say to me, why are you walking me up to the gift room? Usually when you don't buy, people get, well, it's just the way I did it. Because I always felt if I walked them up, and even if I didn't sell them, I wanted to get them a gift, get them in a car. By the time I got back to the front desk, I'd be on line where God was going to give me that laydown. That's how my brain used to think. Because I think if I'm ever rude to them, God's going to give me bad to them. If I'm always good to them, God's going to give me good to them. And it always worked that way for me. So I made I don't think that I ever had. I mean, I know it's not a wood. I'm not trying to make it on me, but I never let nobody leave unhappy, okay, or never. And I used to take a lot of pride in being the #1 salesman, #1 TO, and the in-house guy. In fact, David Siegel's son Richard ran in-house. And I remember back in the early 90s that, you know, all the business you wrote in the 80s, we never had one complaint. I took a lot of pride in that. Not one anybody ever come back and said that I told them something that wasn't right. Because you don't have to lie. The truth sells it. Just sell the damn truth. You know? Somebody ever asked me, hey, if I buy this, will you rent it out for me? And some said, oh yeah, I'll rent it for you. I said, no, I ain't going to rent it for you because we don't rent them. And you ain't going to buy it and rent it. Buy it and use it. You work 48 to 50 weeks a year. You deserve at least 1 week a year on a damn vacation. What does the doctor say when somebody has a massive heart attack? Jim, take 4-week vacation. Stress release. Stop the smell of roses. It's medicine. Every single person that had a heart attack, doctor's medicine is, they put them on medicine, but they say, take a vacation. You get stress release. You're saving lives. People work hard. People work real hard. It ain't easy out there today. Driving down the road, raising kids, your parents get sick, this, whatever. There's a lot going on. Check out 1 week a year and go away and have a nice vacation. If they buy a ski week from here, they can come here and ski. They can trade it with us and go 2 weeks somewhere else. But get them on vacation. They're buying their real estate with the same money they're going to spend in renting 10, 15 years down the road.
I'm not Jesus.
All right, so we got everything's back on. Cameraman, Rick? All right. Where was I? We had to stop.
Saving lives.
We had, huh?
Saving lives.
Oh, okay. Yeah, take a vacation when you have birthday. All right, so let me just kind of wrap it up. And I'm sorry about that break, but my gentleman, Randy is taping it, and the tape ran out. So, okay. All right, come in. All right, so this is it. So we're going to wrap the meeting up this way. I need you guys to take it to the level for the next 5 weeks. 6 weeks, whatever the ski season's over. Make money. You deserve it. It's your money. It's your money. Take it and do a service at the same time. Okay? Take it. It's your opportunity. That guy down in Honduras didn't have no opportunity. A lot of people in the United States don't have no opportunity. You got the opportunity. I done stated the facts. To where when the ski season's over, I can go in David Siegel's office and say, all right, sign the damn contract and let's go because this team out there is ready to do it. And when we do that, you get 5 more years worth of inventory with a snap of a finger. And it ain't going to be inventory like we got now. It will be the finest product ever been created in the timeshare history because it's already the best piece of land. And whatever they have out there, and I don't know whatever they have, we'll have it in that building. Okay? My daughter just remodeled her bathroom. You go to her bathroom now, all marble. It's steam room, but up top, it's all the lights are purple, yellow, blue, and she got a sound system, Bose speakers. So you're in her shower, listen to Bose speakers, waterproof. The light's going to have the steam coming up, okay, and they can turn it on and off with their iPhone, okay? So whatever the latest technology we're going to put, it'll be something that everybody wants to upgrade to, okay? Like you'll have your week 51s and 52s want to upgrade to the new ones, and then we'll get the old ones back, but we're going to have tons of inventory, 51s, 52s, week 7, everything, brand new in the best locations. But you got to do it. So let me tell you something. Come to the middle of April, and David Siegel says, hey, that team out there closed 6% or 8% or whatever, and I don't see them there. I'm going to say, well, I went out there and laid my heart out to them, so they create their own destiny. It ain't me now. It ain't Jim Gissy. It's you, okay? I'm throwing it on you, and you're all together. Sales, marketing, the operations, you're all together because it's your future. It's just that simple. So let me tell you something. I've been sick all week. I went on a cruise and I got sick. I flew out here sick Friday. I'm better now. I've been good since I got here. But because I felt an obligation to you guys that I really needed to come out here and tell you what I'm telling you today. Okay? That it's all been laid out. And let me tell you something. You have no idea how important that building could be to you. Brian, tell them what's on the level there. Brian is, by the way, this guy is doing all the work. Okay, he's been doing all the negotiating with it. What's on the level, the ground level, like out on the courtyard area?
Yes, we're going to have Bale Ski School right there in the courtyard and right next
In our building.
that are gonna be overlooking the entire building.
And these 4 bedrooms are going to trade for 4 one-bedrooms. We're going to design them in a way, okay? So, I mean, I'm telling you, it's going to be a product that there will not be in the state of Utah, in a location anywhere like that location there, okay? Do you understand how powerful it would be that we own the building that Vail Ski School is in, that they're leasing from us, with our welcome center next door, where Todd and those guys are sitting in there around fire pits drinking hot chocolate. Welcome, come here, we'll get you ski maps, all that. Okay, they'll come in our building, don't you understand? That, I mean, 15 years ago, when the first company had it, Todd will tell you, we had OPC locations up on the mountain. We were doing 25, 30 million a year out here. The guys were making a fortune. You're the early guys, but we lost all that. You know, there was changes, the crash, and then that company went bankrupt, and different companies came in, and we don't have OPC locations on the mountain sending all those skiers down. But if we buy that building next door, and they rent the space for the ski school, and we go to, well, they're right there. It's our building, not theirs. And every single person got to go buy it. And who goes to ski schools? Kids, okay, families. What a better timeshare customer. You have never, and I mean never, ever, had the opportunity that you have in front of you right now. 5 more weeks, 6 weeks. If you're a salesman and you take it down for the next 6 weeks, you're a damn fool. I mean, if you have to because you're sick as a dog or your mama's dying or something like that, okay. But if you stay home right now, you're crazy. You're crazy. Because you never know when one customer is in this gentleman's case, $12,000, $13,000 or $15,000. If he didn't come in that day, he would have made $13,000. March 1st, what was that, Monday or Tuesday this week?
Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday. What if he just didn't come to work? Maybe somebody else would have gotten a customer.
2 people make $13,000 that day.
There was 2 sales for 100. I thought it was 2. Who was the other person?
Right. Ethan and Rick, right here.
You both made $13,000 that day?
Plus.
Huh?
Plus.
13 plus.
13. Oh, yeah, because you got more commission on that because of the price, right? What's your commission on that? What was your commission rate?
It's 11.5%.
11.5 of how much volume? Punch it in the calculator.
128,000.
So somebody take 128,000 times 11.5.
15 plus.
Well, let's see what he said.
And then Rick's was 122 plus another summer week for 22. 147. 147 on his.
You sold 147,000 on Wednesday.
14.7.
Okay, so this gentleman's going to get a $14,700 commission for coming here Wednesday and working and hauling 1 tour. And Rick, I'm sorry, what was the volume of Rick's?
147.
147 times what? What's your commission, Rick?
11.5.
147 times 11.5.
16,900.
Well, how much?
16,900.
15,000.
16.
16. All right, excuse me.
7.
Slap my mom on that one. $17,000. $17,000 Rick made on Wednesday of this week by coming in here. And think about that poor Honduran man working for $200 to $400 a month. I bet you right now, if I brought him in here and gave him an opportunity, he would think about it. Think about it, all right? Just think about it. Now, so what I'm saying, sit your ass at home one day and you're an idiot, okay? I mean, you know, if you got to take it down, take it off. But take it off in May. Take a friggin' week off. Take a month. I don't care. When there's no customers, go. But when there's customers in town, and it's the best snow in 20 years, and you take off a day, it just doesn't make sense to me. Okay? So, you know, but like I said, I'm just telling you. They say, what's that old saying, you can bring the horse to water, but you can't make him drink? I'm going to tell you the truth. You decide what you're going to do with that truth. Okay? And let me tell you, if Rick can do it, and Ethan can do it, you can do it. Okay? It's just a numbers game. You got to come in and take the numbers. If you'd have that tour, you'd have sold them too. Maybe. But if you did an 11.5-minute property tour, you wouldn't. Okay? So think about the basics. Keep it to the basics. We know what we got to do. We're going to be bringing you tours. Okay? You're going to get tours in March. You're going to get all you want. Okay? All I ask you is give them every bit. Give them it all. Don't spend that tour. Don't prejudge that tour. Oh, if the tour tells you ain't going to buy from us, don't want to buy. There ain't no obligation to buy a thing. You know, the girl at the front desk told me this wasn't even a sales presentation. I don't care. I'll show you around. She probably knew, didn't know, but it is a sales presentation. But don't worry. If you ain't gonna buy it, don't buy it, but just hang out with me. We and you gonna be the best 90 minutes of your vacation is the best 90 minutes. Next 90 minutes you gonna spend with me, whether you buy anything or not. It ain't for everybody. Let's go. Let me show you. Let me show you why so many people do buy it. I'll sell it. I'll sell them. I don't care what they say. I don't care that they tell me they're not gonna buy. I'm still gonna buy. But I'm not. What they say, I'm not gonna buy anything. I'm not gonna say, well, yes, you are, or why'd you waste your time? Well, no, you're not gonna sell them then. You just say, you don't have to buy anything, but we're going to have a great 90 minutes because I have to do my job and show you around. And somewhere in there, they're going to loosen up. I'm going to get them. I don't care because I know the logic is going to prevail. I know the logic is going to prevail. Even if I get them into a $10,000 or $15,000 a week, just get them started. Okay. So a lot of times when they tell you they're not going to buy because they might be thinking it costs $400,000. You know, you don't know what's in their head. Don't let them sell you. You sell them. That's the name of the game. Now, let me just throw on a couple little things up here and I'm going to leave it at that. I brought these books and I'm going to leave these books. There's going to be 6 of them. They'll just be hanging out in the sales lounge. And the reason why I brought them, I know it's kind of strange. These 3 books I read back in the 80s. And I contribute things I got from these 3 books for helping me be successful. And I don't know, I was reading something in a newspaper article the other day and something came up about 1 or 2 of them. I thought, you know what? I got to go back and dig out those old books that I read 30 years ago. Which I did, and I started reading this one again, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This book was written in 1937, okay, in the midst of the Depression. Napoleon Hill, these are like positive mental things, you know. These are like positive mental books. They were both, as far as I'm concerned, as good as one. They don't even have it that good now. And Napoleon Hill, he worked for this guy. He worked 25 years with, he was a contemporary of Norman Vincent Peale. Excuse me, Dale Carnegie. Yeah, Dale Carnegie. And this is How to Win Friends and Influence People. But what Napoleon Hill did, he interviewed 500 people over a 25-year period. Rich people in America. And then he took their secret and put it in this book of what made them successful. He interviewed people like Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, Andrew Carnegie, all the different millionaires of those generations. And he was born in 1883, and he wrote the book in 1937. But he developed a simple but powerful 13-step formula to help you identify your goals, master the secret of true and lasting success, obtain whatever you want in life, join the ranks of the super successful. It works. So I'm going to leave, I bought some of these, well we did, the company did, just to leave them hanging around the sales office. One is How to Think and Grow Rich. This one, The Power of Positive Thinking, Norman Vincent Peale. Oh, you know, I remember now what it was. My son-in-law sent me something. Do you know who, this was a minister. He died in 1993. Born in, I think, 1898. This was a minister too, a famous American today that went to this guy's church. Well, I'll start saying it, you figure it out. He got it. I was going to say his daddy would drive him from Queens into Manhattan to Marble, I think Collegiate Church or whatever, something, and he was the minister there. His name is Norman Vincent Peale, and he wrote a book called The Power of Positive Thinking. The reason why Donald Trump is President of the United States of America today is in this book. Power of Positive Thinking. Basically, you visualize it, you do the job, and you make it happen, like a law of attraction. Okay? And you can say what you want about Donald Trump. Some like him, some don't. But he's got to be the hardest working man on the planet Earth. That man is 70 years old, and he campaigned for 18 months at a level that nobody in this room could have done. Sleeping 4 hours a night, getting up and giving 3, 4, 5, and 7 speeches a day. You saw it. 8 o'clock in the morning, give a speech in Iowa. 11 o'clock in Michigan. 3 o'clock in, Virginia, whatever. 2 o'clock in, and he's thinking, how in the world could he do it? How can any man fly that many cities? I know because I've done it many times. We would fly, say like the Gatlinburg, work all day, and then fly over to Myrtle Beach, spend the night, do a morning meeting in Myrtle Beach, and maybe we pop up to Williamsburg, and then out to Grants, and then back home. Say 3 or 4 day trip. Okay, maybe 3 or 4 weeks later we fly to say Park City and we go down to Vegas, so and then back home. Just do a 3-day trip and it would wipe me out. Okay, wiped me out. And I'm thinking, Trump did this for 18 months. How the heck, he's 70 years old. So I ain't saying pro-Trump or anti-Trump, but I'm saying that for 70 years old, I've never seen a man that can work like that and have that kind of energy and stamina. And as far as I'm concerned, he can be my damn president. And if you read one of this book, you'll know how Donald Trump's president. If you want to be successful, you get into the book. Now, I will tell you, this guy's a minister, so a lot of his leanings are tie into Christianity, Jesus Christ. But if it's Jesus Christ and you're not a Christian, and your mother, just put in Muhammad in your mind, okay, or Buddha, okay, or if you're a deitist, a deitist. I happen to be a deitist. Deitist is from a Latin word "deo," "deo" meaning God. It's people that believe in God, but not any particular man-made religion. Just looking at the universe and all the miracles of God. I mean, you can't help but see the miracles around the world. So anyway, so these books are laying around towards you're hanging out. Just pick up one. You got an hour or two before tour. Read a chapter, maybe. You don't want to read it, don't read it. But they're just going to be hanging around. And was there anything else I needed? Did you? Let me just. I write like chicken scratch in the middle of the night when I get ideas, so I just want to make sure I didn't leave nothing out.
You hold that.
And I don't think I did, but you never know. Let me just say this, and I'll end it. Your destiny is in your hands. There's a lot of people would love to be able to say that. I mean, they got to perform. But this is all I say. Do your job. Work together. Help each other. If a guy's down, talk to him. If you see somebody that's a good salesman making a 2 or 3 rolls, go hang out with him. It'll rub off. Okay? Read some positive mental attitude books. Do your job. Learn your presentation. If you need some training, come see Kevin. Come see the TOs. They'll help you. They want to help you. They want to help you. And let's take every single customer that walks in that door and let's treat them with the respect and dignity they deserve, whether they buy or not. If they don't buy, don't never let them leave here feeling down or beaten up or inferior for any reason. If you didn't sell them, be happy to them, nice to them, all the way to gift them, and then come out and get your tour. Okay, and then just start all over and work every tour from A to Z. Don't prejudge. Give your presentation from A to Z, and it will come to you. And then believe that it will come to you. How would you like to get a $17,000 commission today? Today. How would you like to get it today? Guess what? Wait, hey, you can, because we're going to bring you customers, and you're going to get a shot. And if it happens, it happens. But you got to want it. It's mind over matter. That's what these books, basically, they all come down to telling the same thing. There's a book out there now. How many of you heard about the book that came out a few years ago in the movie called The Secret?
Yes.
Okay? It's just like this book. All they did was say the same thing, which is basically that we're all part of the universe. We're all part of God. If God made the world, did he make you? Did he make the world? He had to make us all. So why should somebody be better than me? Why should you deserve it? I don't. I deserve it, but I got to work for it. You know, I'm going to tell you one last story and I'll quit talking. When I was 21 years old, I moved to Sacramento, California. I sold insurance, life insurance, #1 insurance agent in California first year. When I was 22, #1 in the United States out of our company, American Income Life Insurance out of Waco, Texas. We had 1,100 salesmen. I'm not trying to tell you the story to pat me on the back. I'm trying to tell you the story because you might relate to what happened to me. So the second year, I was #1 in the United States. 22 years old. I didn't know nothing about nothing. I was fresh off the farm. And believe me, I was so stupid. I swear to God, this is a true story. November the 6th, got on an airplane from Jacksonville, Florida. Never been on an airplane in my life. I was 21 years old. My brother was sitting beside me. He lived in California. The plane takes off. I'm freaking out. I'm drunk. I was drunk. I looked out and I could see Jacksonville. It was all black. I saw the lights of Jacksonville. The plane takes off. We fly for 20 minutes. I looked at my brother. I said, Michael, these planes ain't near as fast as they say they are. He looked at me and said, why do you say that? I said, well, look out there. I can see the lights of Jacksonville. We flew for 20 minutes and I could still see the lights. He looked at me and he said, you dumb son of a bitch, that's the light on the wing. That's how dumb I was. I swear about it. That is the God's truth. I thought the light on the wing was the city. I mean, I was coming from like this little country town, you know, in the 70s, you know, where you just, born in Wake Grove, Georgia, grew up in North Florida. I was dumb. So when I was 22 and I was #1, 1,100 agents. They fly me to New York. They have a big convention in this big resort called the Concord in upstate New York, Catskill, or some of the mountains, Catskill Mountains in New York, Concord it was called. I got to give a speech in front of thousands of people. They're all dressed like, they're all old. I was a little kid. I got so nervous. I went in the bathroom and threw up. Threw up massive amount. I was just shaking because I was the top salesman of the whole country. I had to give the speech, And but I gave a speech, and I'll do anything to have that be recorded. But it went over well. And then after the speech, there was a big party, and all these people came up to me. They were going, "You're unbelievable, man! We need people like you. Why don't you come to Texas, and I'll give you the east part of Texas, and you can." Because back then on insurance, if I went to Texas, and I sold and grew a company, that guy got paid, not my guy in California. Okay, so I was like, everybody was going to, "You're the great, that was the greatest speech I ever heard." Blah blah blah. And then I went to Philadelphia because my girlfriend at the time, which I'm married to, was in Philadelphia. So I went to meet her parents for the first time. I'm at her sister's and husband's house. The doorbell rings. I go, "There's guys at the door for you." I go, 22, dumb as a box of rocks. Two guys that come, and they go, "Hey, we're in charge of Pennsylvania for American Income," and I met them there, and they knew my wife was from Philadelphia, so they go, "You come to Philadelphia, and we're going to give you Eastern Pennsylvania, and you'll have the Eastern State, and it'll all be yours, and go build your own thing." And I said, "Well, I don't want to live." I didn't know what to do, so I went home, and this is the God's truth. That was the month of July. The month of August, I didn't make one sale, and I quit. Okay? I went home, and this is what happened to me. I was sleeping, my wife was sleeping. There was no problems. At 3 o'clock in the morning, I just woke up and sat up in bed. It was almost like you're possessed, like boom, like that. I was soaking wet. I was having a dream. I'll tell you what the dream was. I was soaking wet. The whole bed was wet. I had an anxiety attack in my sleep, but my dream was all these people saying, "You're the greatest speaker. You're going to be unbelievable." And they were all, and my wife was, I said, they were all telling me how successful I was going to be. And I'm not going to be. I don't want to let them down. I'm just a little Jim Gissy from Stark, Florida. I'm not going to be this superstar guy. I was told I had to take my pajamas off. My wife had to take the sheets off the bed. I don't even know how that can happen, but it did. I swear on the Bible it happened. So then I went to work, and for a month, I didn't sell a thing. And you know what? I'd be sitting at the table at the house, and you think you got a pretty good shot whether you got a deal or not. And I'd be thinking, "Oh, this is definitely going to be a deal." And then I would say to myself, "They're not going to buy it." The little man who has it, but they're not going to buy it. And I get right down to it, and they wouldn't buy it. I projected this, and what it did is I've made myself self-destruct. I self-destructed because I didn't see myself as a rich guy. I was out of my comfort level. I didn't believe that I deserved it. So what did I do? I self-destructed, and 30 days later, quit the job, and basically self-destructed. And then over the next 6 months, I had saved about $50,000, and I lost it all in the commodity market. First 6 months of my marriage, packed up everything, moved to Philadelphia because my brother-in-law gave me a job there for $300 a week. Did that for a year. Couldn't stand Philadelphia. Went to Epcot in December of '82 because they opened up Epcot in October of '82. So I dropped my daughter off at my mama's to go visit her Christmas. Me and my wife went to Epcot. I saw orange trees everywhere, sunshine. I said, "We're going to move to Orlando, start a new life." Had no money. Packed up. I got another vacation in April. Went back in April. Found a house to rent with an option to buy. Got a job at a timeshare resort. And it was Orange Lake Country Club, July 17th, 1983. No money. One little baby in a house, rented a house, had a lease option to buy in Orlando, Florida. And when I was hanging out with the managers, the head guy had a Jaguar. And they were on salary, but I don't know why, but he made $208. How many salesmen you need?
I need 2.
Well, get the sheets, get the names. When you're back, they'll be ready. And the guy bought a brand new, beautiful Jaguar, and it had a phone in it. And his name was Bill Fogarty. He made $208,000 a year, and all the TOs made $104 back then. This is 1983, July 17, 1983. And then I would hang out with the managers. And they're making $104, and Bill was making $208. And I'd be thinking, "Well, I'm just as smart as they are." And I drive home thinking, "Why can't I be a manager?" And then there's something happened, and I think, wait a minute, we're all equal, we're all Americans. And I started looking around the room. Some of the salesmen were women, some were Asian. That's right. Why can't I do it? And if my manager, and I could tell because I was teaching them. I'm saying, well, they're making all the money driving Jaguars, and they're asking me to close the deals. And I was a good salesman, okay? But then I started thinking, and a light bulb went off. And I said, because I thought back when I self-destructed myself, okay? Because we tend to do that, okay? There's a lot of people that don't think they deserve it when they get a certain amount of money. They'll go drinking, or they'll go get cocaine and do it for a week, or they'll go drunk for their, they self-destruct, and they'll keep themselves down. They don't allow themselves to go, because they don't think they deserve it, because maybe they were never told they did. Or maybe they were told their whole life, oh, Jimmy, you ain't going to amount to nothing. You can't keep a damn job. Or whatever it is. But that light bulb went off in my head. And I remember thinking, I'm going to get me one of them Jaguars like that one day. Just with a phone in it just like that. It was a hot summer day. And I remember looking at that car, seeing that phone there, thinking, I took my jacket off, threw it over my shoulder, and I said, I'm going to get my piece of the pie. Because I'm as good as they are, and I'm going to work harder than anybody else. I'm going to learn my training. I'm going to take every top salesman, pick their brain, and make my presentation. And I tied it in and set the same outline that I told in the insurance, and the rest is history. It wasn't long after that, David Siegel bought the marketing company, and they started sending the tours to Westgate, so I went to where the tours were, January 3rd, 84. We were selling out a triple wide mobile home down a dirt road in the middle of an orange grove. I started as a salesman. September 4th, which I guess 8 months later, I went to a TO, and the rest is history. The same opportunities that I got, you got. If I deserve it, you deserve it. Don't waste your time. You can change your life, and it starts right now. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a great time. You deserve it. You deserve one of those $16,000 sales or $10,000 sales. You don't need to take a damn monkey on your back. Because money problems is like pressure, pushing you down. Make $17,000. Come on, that pays that takes a lot of pressure off. Go pay a few months rent, car payment, and then do it again. I want you guys to do that 5, 6 times between now and the next 5 or 6 weeks. Because we got the inventory, we got the snow, we got the product, and we got the people. It's time to bale hay when the sun shines. Let's get started together.